Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Lauren and I'm a junior nursing major at Troy University who just finished up her second semester of nursing school. Yes, it's finally here. Nursing school is kicking my butt, but second semester is finally over. It is Christmas break and I am going to update you on how my second semester went. And I'm currently gathering tips and suggestions from my friends so that I can make a second semester suggestions and tips videos for you guys. So let's get started. This goes out to all of my friends in nursing school, the ones who are still with me, the ones we picked up along the way, and the ones who aren't with me anymore. I'm so proud of you and who you are and who you're gonna be, and I'm proud of all of the hours that you pour into this, and I'm so lucky to know you. And one of the most painful things about this semester is losing people that are so deserving, are so important to me, who I know would be an incredible nurse. And I understand that the time is not right now. Your time is not right now, right here. But I'm proud of you, and one day you will achieve your dreams and you're going to crush all of your goals, and I cannot wait to watch you and cheer you on and support you through it all. I love you, and thanks for the best memories of my life. Okay, so this semester I took 5 classes total, but they were 3 different categories. So I had psychiatric mental health nursing practicum, adult health 1 practicum, and pharmacology. And so the 2 practicums we had clinical for, and for the adult health practicum we had check off on skills like validations and stuff. So other than that, they were just clinicals and paperwork, and then like other small assignments. And then our classes just had exams and ATI, which is the study resources that we use to prepare for the NCLEX. So not having that many grades was kind of scary. For psych and adult health, we also had Prep U quizzes, which is our textbook is through CoursePoint, and they have quizzes that are adaptive. As you get them correct, then you move up mastery levels, and we have to get to a certain level to complete it, and those are just completion grades. So I started the semester out really strong. I made the highest grade on my first psych test, which was a 90, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. Well, then my next psych test I made a 71 on, and that was with some bonus points. So I ended up finishing psych with a B, right at the border. The final was pretty difficult, and the exams weren't, in my opinion, they weren't that bad, but they definitely could have been easier, I guess. They were kind of hard for me because I thought that I understood what she was talking about in class, and then applying it once we got to the exam was quite difficult for me. In Psych Practicum, I made an A. For that, I suggest just getting started on all of your work. I completed my work. Some of my things were due, and I completed them 3 months before they were due. Just any free time, especially at the beginning of the semester, because I finished mine way early, and then when it was time to do stuff, my friends would be like, oh, I've got to do a BSIM, and I'm like, oh, I did all mine way back then, so I didn't have to worry about it. And when you have 2 tests in a week or 3 tests in a week, and you're trying to do busy work, these like small assignments, it can be you could forget, or it can be just really stressful. So I definitely suggest going ahead and getting those out of the way. I know it really helped me this semester, and they're really simple. She told me she rarely ever gives anything but an A in that class. So as long as you do your work and you understand what she's saying, you shouldn't have any problem with that. So the psych was on Monday from 9 to 12. And then Tuesday from 9 to 12, we had adult health 1, I ended up making a B in adult health, and it was, there were days that I thought I was like, okay, I'm doing really good, I got this, and then there were some days it's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, and getting on the exam, and I'm really like, I have no idea what she was talking about. I definitely enjoyed adult health, like the material, but the class is kind of hard, if you don't fully understand it, and if you can't, like build your knowledge off of previous classes, or if you didn't learn it. Everything builds, so go ahead and just learn your stuff when you're supposed to. For the practicum, we had, I want to say, 4 checkoffs. We had our medication administration, we had our injections, and we had IV, CVL, and maybe that was it. Maybe it was only 3. So that's what we did. We had some more with like priming an IV bag, like infusions and stuff. And then we had 2 simulation days for the practicum. And that was, it really wasn't much. From 8:30 to 2:30 on either Wednesday or Thursday at the beginning of the semester is when we had that. And then after that, we started our clinical, and we have 4 inpatient days for Adult Health 1 practicum. You have a case study day, and you also have a day at surgery center, or at a surgery. You'll have a surgery clinical day, and you get to watch surgeries, and you get to see the pre-op and post-op and inter-op nursing, and it's just amazing. I started my first IV, and I got to do a lot of things. I got to give meds, and it was just really surreal. And it's one of those things like, oh, you start your IV, like, oh, she's in nursing school, you get to take a cute little picture with your tourniquet and then post it. Oh my gosh, love. Moving on to farm, we had farm from 1 to 4 on Tuesdays after adult health, so we had from 12 to 1 to eat something for lunch. It's difficult because you're dragging. Sometimes I'd find myself like wanting to go to sleep, but I knew I didn't need to. So farm was really hard and really humbling. I could sit there and study drugs for hours, and then they'd still run together. And although I made decent grades on the exams, I'm not saying I made A's on them because I didn't, but I made, I made C's and B's on them, but I did end up with a C in the class. It is my first C. It was a 78. So I'm not disappointed about that. Although I would have loved to have a B in the class, I know that I worked really hard, and there are things that I would go back and do differently, but I'm proud of myself, and I know that that does not define me as a nurse. And I know that there are so many people who would have loved to have a C. So yeah, I'm just grateful for that, and I'm so glad, so glad that farm is over with. That was rough. I did write out all of my concept maps for the different drugs, and I think that helped me being able to go back through and like looking at it color coordinated and just sorted through. So that was actually really helpful for me. Going back through the notes would not have been beneficial for me, so I'm really glad that I did that, and I would prep those before I actually went to class so that I could write extra in whenever she spoke. And lastly, we have our Psych Practicum. So for this, you have 2 acute care days, which is going to be an inpatient facility, and you'll be assigned to those. And then you have an outpatient day, and then you have a residential day, and a mental health first aid certification day. So those are all really interesting. They definitely showed me that I do not want to be a psychiatric nurse. I feel like I have patience with a lot of things, but sometimes I don't think that I would be able to have patience with I don't think I would be able to have patience with patients who are dealing with mental illnesses. So we also had a paper that we wrote for that class, and we had some this is the one that had the other assignments, so the virtual simulations, and we had a hearing voices assignment to try to mirror what a patient who has schizophrenia hears and like goes through. So that was really cool. We had different tasks that we had to do while listening through earbuds. We had different tasks we had to do while listening to those derogatory words and phrases. So that was really eye-opening, and I learned a lot from that. So I'm really glad that I got to do that. And then we also had a paper, and we picked a movie, and we basically just did, we wrote out different things about it, and like different psychiatric side effects, I guess you could say, from what we saw through the movie. So my group did Inside Out, the Disney movie, and like I started picking up on a lot more that I probably didn't ever realize before when I'd watched it. So it's really cool to see how you can pick up on so much when you're studying it that you were completely blind to before. So if I have any advice for second semester, it's don't give up. I am so blessed to have made it through this semester. There were weeks that were so incredibly hard, and I don't know. There were days that I didn't want to do anything, and there were days that I did a ton of stuff and felt like I accomplished nothing. I also worked at Trojan Nutrition, which is a meal replacement shake and like the loaded tea place. So I worked there some, and then I also worked some night shift at the hospital. So doing that, and I was on the executive board for my sorority, which I have now been elected president. It was a lot going through all of that, having 3 core classes to manage. So it was a lot, but I'm so ready for third semester. I'll be taking informatics of nursing, OB, maternal infant, and there will be a practicum with that, and then adult health too, and that practicum. And I am so excited for what third semester has in store for me. I know that I'm just going to continue to blossom. This is so my calling, and I will stop at nothing to become a nurse. And it just makes me so excited that I'm one semester closer to that. And I will be graduating. As of now, the plan is that I will graduate in May of 2022. So that's really exciting, and I cannot wait. Okay, so that is all I have for my second semester little update. I definitely would say that this was a difficult semester. Check on your friends, especially during this time. I struggle to know that, this is reality, and you're gonna have people who don't go forward with you, and you're gonna pick up some amazing people along the way, and it really sucks, but we're gonna get through it. Check on your friends. Thank you for watching my video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will be posting a nursing school second semester tips and suggestions from about 30 or 40 people who have given me input, and I cannot wait for it. I know that we are going to continue to feed y'all any information that we can so that y'all can succeed. I'm really excited for what third semester has in store for us, and we're one step closer to achieving our dream of becoming a nurse.